Hello.
Hey, we are back again for some
NFL football.
NFL football.
Week 5 recap and Week 6 preview.
Man, we're already into week 6. It seems like football, we didn't never know if it was even ever going to get here, and now we're already into week 6, which is awesome. But we need, like you said, we need to recap us a little week 5 here, so we'll do that first. Thursday night, we had a barn burner. Actually, the Bucks at the Bears.
Okay, now that was just a bad way to lose a football
That was
game.
a bad way to lose a football game.
Tom Brady might have forgot what down it was.
You know, the first thing to go with age is your short-term memory. Old man forgot what down it was. The Bears are surprising me, though. Every week they're...
For a average... They looked very average on
They've
offense.
looked average almost every week, but then figure out some way to
win the game.
So, hey, for the Bears, yeah. I think it's fool's gold myself. I don't think it's going to last, but I could be wrong. We'll find out, I guess. Jumping into Sunday, how about your 3-win-in-a-row Panthers at the Falcons? Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it is Atlanta. And this loss was so bad that they finally pulled the plug on Dan Quinn.
Yeah, the Falcons fired and...
Their GM.
Fired their GM and
Doesn't that seem
head coach.
similar to the Texans?
Yeah, except for the Falcons didn't trade away their best player. I mean, if the Falcons would have traded away Julio Jones, it would have made sense. But hey, honestly, it was probably time for the Falcons to do a little restart. We said right after they lost the Super Bowl that this team would eventually collapse and fall in, and it is complete now. The collapse is complete. So they will have to rebuild from the bottom. Good luck to the Falcons, except for when they play the Panthers, which won 23-16. We had the Colts at the Browns. Man.
A very competitive game that the Colts made too many mistakes.
And
But the Browns weren't mistake-free either.
No, but the Browns, I mean, they're finding a way to win too. Man.
The first 4-1 start since 1994.
How about that? How about 26? This is the best team they've had in 26 years. They're starting to gel a little bit. Beckham's starting to get involved. They lost Chubb, the running back, but Kareem Hunt's
filling in his place.
Filling in his place really good.
Baker Mayfield's little rib injury may be something to watch.
Yeah, he did get crunched there pretty good towards the end of the game. But Colts got a really good. They were the number 1 ranked defense
until the Browns hung up.
Until the Browns hung 32 on them, but. Which was really impressive from the Browns. So, go Browns. That's my daughter's favorite team. So, my favorite team, the Giants, went to the Cowboys.
Squeaked out a win, but at what cost?
Cost them their QB1.
A horrible ankle
That's
injury.
A bad way to say it. Yeah, it had a compound fracture. His ankle actually turned completely sideways. Broke it pretty badly. He had surgery. Supposed to be out for at least 6 months, which means he might be back for next year. We don't know. The team says they're backing him, so we'll find out what this does for Dallas. We've got the Red Rifleman as the backup quarterback.
Andy Dalton is going to lead Dallas through the rest of the year.
And honestly, that might be better for Dallas, because Dallas's defense sucked.
They have been awful lately.
So they needed a team that slowed down the game and relied more on the running game. And now that Dalton's in there, we will probably get a dose of Zeke. So more than likely, the defense will actually benefit from this a little bit. Sad to say, but they probably will. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. They need to play better, though.
The surprise of the week, we had the Raiders at the Chiefs. The Raiders pulled out the W.
They might be a pesky team after all. Do you think John Gruden's got that ship turned around?
I don't know if it's turned all the way around, but they were bound and determined not to lose that game. It was an exciting game, 40-32.
He was kind of frustrated losing to Kansas City all the time, though. So
he was, yeah. And honestly, their defense held the Raiders almost to nothing after half.
The Chiefs. Held the Chiefs down.
They held the Chiefs down to nothing after halftime. It was just, I've never seen the Chiefs being that stifled from scoring points. It was
by the Raiders.
So, yay, Raiders. We had the Cardinals at the Jets.
The Jets are setting new lows for how bad an offense can
They
be.
look a little worse every week, and this week they even released.
Le'Veon Bell.
So now they don't even have Le'Veon Bell on the team anymore. Which there's quite a few rumors teams could pick him up. The Browns being one since Chubb's injured. Never know.
One stat that kind of stands out here?
What's that?
How many touchdowns have they scored in 5 games?
How many?
Do you want? I'll let you guess.
In 5 games? You would think at least a touchdown a game. 5 touchdowns?
6.
6 touchdowns
Per
in
game
5
as an
games.
offense. Not as a whole team, but as an offense.
Ew, that's ugly. That is, UG, that's ugly.
But the Cardinals did turn around their fortunes.
The Cardinals, that was a good dose of medicine for the Cardinals. They needed a little easy win there to get them back on track. We had the Eagles at the Steelers. Steelers are still looking like a good team. Really good team. 38-29.
Yes, their defense didn't play up to snuff, but then one of their wide receivers blew up on the scene.
Oh man, the rookie wide receiver, yeah,
Chase Claypool.
Claypool
jumps
got
onto the scene.
4 TDs in a game. I guess they just didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming. I thought Juju would be more, but maybe Juju was covered, so they found Claypool and he was hot. And Ben does throw to the hot person. He doesn't care who the crap it is. Whoever gets hot in the game and starts catching the balls, you're gonna catch the balls, and Claypool did. We had the Rams at the Washington
Alex
team
Smith
club
Alex
team.
Smith played his first snaps in 2 seasons.
Yay for Alex Smith.
After
that bad injury he had.
But not really much else to cheer for Washington.
No, because the Rams beat them 30-10. Yeah. So the Rams got back on track a little bit. They were wavering a little bit, but again, a good dose of Washington football team club helped them to get healthy again.
Why did that even have to happen?
I don't know. We had the Bengals at the Ravens. That turned out about the way we thought it would. Bengals have got some good talent, but they're
Bengals
young.
don't have an offensive line.
No, they don't have an offensive line.
And that pretty much showed itself in that game. The
27
Ravens got 7 sacks.
27-3. Ow, yeah. Jaguars at the Texans.
The Jaguars, Minshew Mania has completely crashed to earth.
And the Texans, after losing their coach and GM, get win number
1.
Now they're 1-4.
You can turn around your season if you're really hot.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but because they don't have a good wide receiver.
Yeah, they don't.
DeAndre, I still can't believe they traded away DeAndre Hopkins. That's why the coach is gone. We had the Dolphins at the 49ers. Man, the 49ers look bad.
They stink.
43.
They stunk against the Dolphins.
43-17.
Speaking of bad performances, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, he came in from injury and did so bad they benched him in the middle of the game again and brought back in the backup again. He's supposed to start again this week, but man, he didn't look good coming back in from injury, did he? We had an exciting game, the Vikings-Seahawks.
It came down to a last-second game-winning touchdown drive.
27.
Guess who orchestrated that drive?
Could that be Mr. Wilson?
Yeah.
He's still, honestly, I am definitely not a Seahawks fan, but he's the MVP right now.
He's carrying a bad defense.
They've statistically ranked, they are the worst defense in the NFL.
How are they 5-0?
Because Russell Wilson is the best person playing in the NFL right now. So, you don't know how long that'll last because, honestly, defense, you have to have a good defense to win much. But right now, until Wilson just wires out, right now he's carrying the team. We had a Monday night game, Chargers at the Saints, a little overtime victory.
The Saints struggled in the first half.
The Saints have struggled in the first half almost every game this year. I got my worries about them. I got my RV.
Has the prime passed them? Has their prime passed?
I think it has. That's sad to say, but I think the prime has passed. I think 2 years, the last 2 years, maybe not last year, but the 2 years before that, when they got screwed out of bad calls of going to the Super Bowl, I think that might have been their peak years, and now they're starting to go down a little bit. I hope not, because I do like the Saints. They're not my favorite team, but they got some really good talent there. I'm a Kamara fan. I am definitely a Kamara fan, so I would really like to see.
The Chargers lose another close game. What's new?
I don't know. It's Wednesday, so nothing. And we actually had a Tuesday night football game.
And the Tuesday night,
Unbeaten.
Not for long, Buffalo against Tennessee.
Man, Tennessee.
Do you know what play describes this game?
The Josh Norman one.
The Josh Norman.
When Derrick Henry ran over
pushed
Josh
him
Norman
aside.
like a rag doll. Yeah,
kind of reminded me of that Earl
there
Thomas
are
play.
memes all over the place for that toss today. It's so funny. We can pull some of those up there. It's so funny. It was up there today. But Titans put up 42 on the Bills. And the Bills had a good defense. Bills ain't a bad team. Titans hadn't played in 16 days and came out like the best team in the NFL. So go Titans. That was definitely
They played very well for a team that only practiced once in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they did. Well, that is our recap of week 5. So let's jump on into week 6 and do a little picks. We got sort of feast and famine week. It's either just a fantastic game or it's a horrible game. So we'll just jump through them as we go here. We got the Browns at the Steelers.
That's one of those good games that you look forward to.
Steelers.
The status of Baker Mayfield will be important.
Yeah, the Steelers are at home, favored by 3.5. So that means it's almost a neutral pick'em game. Yeah.
Do you pick the Steelers defense or do you pick the Cleveland running game?
I would probably still stick with the Steelers again, and until the Browns beat the Steelers.
The Browns have struggled to beat Pittsburgh lately.
They have struggled to beat them, so I would probably still lean towards Pittsburgh.
You want to lean towards the Steel Curtain?
Yeah, I'd probably lean towards that Steel Curtain, even though I think the Browns may be the more talented team right now. The Steelers are the more veteran team with a more veteran quarterback, the more experience, but I think maybe towards the Browns is more talent now. Myles Garrett. I mean, they got Beckham and Landry in the wide receivers.
They got talent.
Kareem Hunt,
These two
Mayfield,
teams have talent.
Hooper at the tight end. I mean, there's some talent on that Browns team, man. But until they beat the Steelers in that division,
the Steelers are who we're going to pick.
The Steelers are who we're going to pick. Another marquee game, we got the 4-1 Bears taking on your hot Panthers. The 3-2 Panthers.
That's going to be an interesting game.
I'm gonna take the Panthers.
You want to take Carolina? I'm gonna pick Carolina. They've been proving a lot of people wrong lately. They've been very solid.
That backup running back Davis, he's for real. He's a bowling ball, dude. He actually reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew. Do you remember how he was just a bowling ball, sort of shorter guy, and just ran through people? Davis reminds me of that too. He's actually a pretty good quarterback. Texans at the Titans.
That will be a Titans victory.
I think that'll be a Titans victory too.
Considering how much Bill O'Brien really wrecked the Houston's team,
and as good as the Titans looked earlier, man, there's actually rumor that they may get Le'Veon too. Imagine Le'Veon backing up Derrick Henry, running back. Jeez, I mean the Titans would be tough to beat then.
They couldn't. That's crazy to think.
Mm-hmm. We got the Bengals at the Colts. Should be an interesting game. I'm still taking the Colts because
they're going to bounce back because Cleveland looks like a good football team right now, and the Bengals are struggling on the offensive line.
And the Colts have a good defense, so they will probably
that offensive line against good defense.
They'll chase Burrow all over that field. Probably it'll probably be a bad day for Burrow. Got the Falcons at the Vikings. 0-5 versus 1-4.
Minnesota.
We'll take Minnesota in that one. Broncos, Patriots easily in that one. Yeah,
Cam
Newton's back.
That adds more points.
That's probably going to be a 10-point game then. Yeah. We got the Washington football club team at the Giants.
Man, that just
reeks of yuck.
That just reeks of bad games. That just reeks of bad.
I told you it's either a great game or it is just a.
That just reeks of a dumpster
piling heap of garbage, and in that pile of piling heap of garbage, I'm gonna just take the Giants.
You want to take the Giants?
Get them off the snub. I mean, we had Houston to get their first W. Let's see if the Giants can get their first W. We got the Ravens at the Eagles. Ravens.
Carson Wentz or Wentz.
Carson Wentz because he likes to throw interceptions.
He's thrown the most interceptions of any starter this year.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Allergies. We got
the Baltimore.
And we got Lions Jaguars.
That's also another one of those head scratcher games.
It's a snoozer, man. Both of them just got one win.
Do you want to pick? I'm going to pick the Jaguars to beat the Lions because you can't
Jaguars?
trust the Lions.
No, you can't. And the Lions,
Detroit.
the Lions are on the road. Detroit's favored by 3. I mean, you could have 3 points to play with there, too.
I don't trust Detroit.
And here is your game of the week. Jets at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Jets are just horrid. So we'll pick the Dolphins there. And this actually, the last 2 games here, actually the last 4 games here are actually pretty good games. We got the Packers at the Bucks. We got Brady versus Rodgers finally.
All right.
Finally. Both of them are like 45 years old, but we finally get Rodgers Brady.
Will Brady forget which down it is?
I'm picking the Packers, man. Right now, they're firing on all cylinders. They got a great running game with Jones.
They're missing 2 of their top receivers, and they're still scoring 30-plus points.
I think Aaron Rodgers is having fun right now.
And that is scary.
That is scary with what he's having.
Really, really frightening.
So I'm taking me definitely some Packers in that game. Rams 49ers. That should be a pretty good game.
The 49ers need to win. They have no choice. They need to win.
I think the Rams are going to win it, though.
You want to pick the Rams?
And knock the Niners out. I think the Niners will be out after this, yeah.
I wouldn't blame you for picking that because of how they played against the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. And then we got 2 Monday Night Football games again. We got the Cardinals at my Cowboys.
Kyler Murray and D-Hop against your Dallas defense that struggled.
Yeah, I don't think, though, that the Red Rifleman's a bad quarterback.
Yeah, he's not. He led Cincinnati to the playoffs when he was a Bengal quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Zeke, and I'm actually going to pick the Cowboys. Cardinals are actually favored by 2, so you have Dallas plus 2 at home.
You want to pick Dallas?
I'm going to pick Dallas just to see what happens with their first game. And then a really, really, really good game. The whatever. The best thing, the cherry on top of the whole week, the Chiefs at the Bills.
All right, we got some good old 4-1 action.
Got some good old 4-1 versus 4-1. Chiefs coming off the loss.
And the Bills coming off the loss.
Bills coming off the loss. Bills at home.
I don't think Kansas City's going to lose 2 straight.
No, and I would have not picked the Bills to lose 2 straight either. But I think the Chiefs get a little refocused. I think sometimes they get a little,
lack of focus.
A little lack of focus. A little, hey, we won the Super Bowl last year. We're pretty good, type stuff, So I'm definitely going to pick Kansas City to win that one. Man, the Bills losing 2 in a row, but I'm going to pick Kansas City on that one too.
To be fair, they're playing 2 tough opponents.
Yeah, and that is it for football, NFL football.
Give us a like
week.
if you liked any of our content.
Give us a like. Give us a comment. Give us a subscribe.
Tell us what you think about this week.
Yeah, tell us what you think about the teams this week and all the stuff that's been going. Hit the groovy baby button over here somewhere.
Somewhere over my head.
Other than that, we'll be gone, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.